Hello and welcome to the Happy Gotta Shop. How are you? I hope you're doing good today. And let's get into this, okay? The importance of hoodoo in the Black community today. And we're going to talk about how it also affected and could have possibly weakened the community. How not having it had weakened the community. Now, first of all, the importance of hoodoo in the Black community today is very important, okay? Because it provides cultural identity and empowerment. Hoodoo offers a way for us to connect with our heritage, reclaim aspects of our culture, identity that was suppressed or lost during slavery and subsequent periods of oppression. It serves as a source of empowerment and resilience. Spiritual healing in a community that has faced historical ongoing trauma. Child, Hoodoo provides spiritual healing and coping mechanisms. It offers a personalized and cultural relevant approach to mental and emotional well-being, creating community and solidarity that we need more than ever. Hoodoo practices often involve communal activities like community money workings, community healing workings, community this. It's all about bringing community together, because if you're all going for one goal, it's a powerful movement, and that's a lot of energy. It could get things done. Okay? So yes, this, hoodoo practices, and, often involve communal activities and the sharing of knowledge, fostering, a sense of solidarity and mutual support within the community, which is very important because a lot of times we feel like we alone. Okay, I don't know what it is, but in 2024, more than ever, a lot of people in the community are talking about how they feel alone, isolated, it's like hard to make friends. You don't know who to trust. People's friends are turning on each other, unaliving them, and all of that stuff. The church ain't giving what it's supposed to give. And it is not nourishing the soul like it used to anymore. They just focusing on the church building fund, the church vacation. If you crap float out the church private jet, the church ability to help, Mr. Jake's and his family eat on gold plates and make sure his daughter has all the bags and pocketbooks of every Hermes designer that she can get. Yes. Meanwhile, the community around the church be looking rough. I would like to see, the church van out there, open, delivering food, dropping off food to the ones that can't come out their house. I like to, when I go to church, I want to hear about how the heck you working out in the community so we can keep giving these tithes that you demand in the morning, in the evening, in afternoon, and whatever service that you're doing. I would like to hear when I sit down for a sermon, not only you just quoting the Bible to me, sir. I would like to also hear this weekend we will be out and about in the community. If you have elderly people that cannot get out the house, Sister Jones, I heard, has hurt her hip and had hip replacement, so she's not moving around the way she is. So we got we got meals, frozen meals prepared that all she got to do is, just reheat, or we got food that's already hot that we could bring over at different times during the day, for her to be, so for her to recover. There's also people that are struggling right now more than ever. We got the church food bank, okay? So you could come on down, people are, donating and this, that, and the other. And we have set up, with one of the big stores, shopping centers, over here, of them to donate their food and stuff like that. And we are going to make sure that you and your kids got food. That's what I want to hear. But you don't hear that at church. Okay? Don't hear it in church. So, yeah. This can be particularly important in combating feelings of isolation and marginalization. Absolutely. Community and solidarity. Resistance and survival. Historically, hoodoo was a tool of resistance for enslaved Africans, helping them to survive and resist the dehumanizing conditions of slavery. Now, today, it continues to serve as a form of spiritual resistance against systematic racism and social injustice because, those spiritual leaders in a community would, do their workings to help influence the judge, get little nay off of, whatever situation was going on, hoodoo and voodoo and all of that was used as a way of getting by and surviving, a way of turning the tides on a bad situation. Child. Economic empowerment. That's right. Many practitioners use their knowledge of hoodoo and voodoo to create small businesses selling spiritual services and products like the Happy Goddess Shop. Okay, there's going to be some products dropping this weekend. I heard there is going to be some hoodoo black rice, with evil eye that has red brick dust in it to form a barrier, and it's perfect to work with your candles. It is dropping on the shop today. Yeah, that's right. Later on today, it should be added onto the shop. Link will be in the bio. Okay. Y'all keep checking, okay? Because I don't know when the owner going to be putting it on. Owner going to put it on there, but he need to, put it on there soon. I'm telling you, because it's fire. It is fire. Whew. And them protection candle tea lights that are on there, y'all need to pick them things up because I heard my people's used one of them candles, them tea lights, and she said she felt like it was like somebody just like a guardian angel, when her like some guy just watching over her and like shielding her and protecting her in this bubble that all these attacks or anything could not penetrate. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's some good feedback on how them protection tea lights work. Okay. All right now. I think the owner's working on some information on those protection tea lights and everything else. So I think he is doing some updates and adjustments and then going to be adding the herbs, the hoodoo rices and stuff, because I think there's so many ones that he has. I'm like, I didn't even know half of these ones existed that he has made into hoodoo rice, but they gonna be dropping when these are homemade or these are products that are made in the original authentic way. It does take a little time, okay? So yeah, check on Saturday or Sunday for the hoodoo rice and everything else, because I think the shop gonna be worked on. Okay, today and tomorrow is gonna be worked on. So a lot of things that are up there might not be there or it might be fixed and changed. But yeah, matter of fact, check on Sunday. Okay. I can't wait for him to drop that damn what is it? Hot foot candles, hot foot tea lights. What? The hot foot tea lights and shut your mouth tea lights. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for him to drop them. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Child. Excuse me for rambling, dambling. Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, but yeah, it is true, Hoodoo, the knowledge of hoodoo to create small businesses selling spiritual services and products. Yeah, this entrepreneurial aspect can contribute to economic empowerment and self sufficiency within the Black community. It sure can. Basically, Hoodoo is a rich and complex tradition that plays a crucial role in preserving cultural identity, providing spiritual and emotional healing, fostering community solidarity, and offering tools for resistance and empowerment. Its resurgence and continued practice are vital for the ongoing journey towards healing and empowerment in the Black community. Now, I'm going to talk about how it affected us, okay? Us, did turning away from hoodoo and voodoo weaken the Black community, ability to hold on to community and ability to fight. And let's get into this. It's going to be real quick. The turning away. During and after slavery, African spiritual practices were often suppressed by European colonies, okay? And powers and Christian ministries. Yeah, these Christian missionaries, they were on a mission to suppress African spiritual practices. Now, these practices were demonized and labeled as primitive or evil, which led to many within the Black community to distance themselves from hoodoo and voodoo in favor of mainstream religions like Christianity, which isn't even the oldest religion on this planet. Actually, I think it's what is it? Hinduism is the oldest religion on this planet, supposedly. And the Bible is not even the oldest book. There was religion way before the Bible, child. Okay. Shh. Let me hush my mouth. Cultural displacement, the forced assimilation into European American culture, and the subsequent generations of internalization of negative stereotypes about African spiritual tradition contributed to the loss of the connection to these practices. This cultural displacement weakened the transmission of traditional knowledge and practice. Okay, because people started doing it and practicing it in, isolation, like by themselves, because they didn't want other people in the community to know that they were doing it. Because if the other people in the community knew, they would label them as, oh, they're doing devil worship over there. Come on, come on, let's not front. We all know somebody who got worship. Oh, them do Orbia. Lord have mercy, I heard Sunday D over there I do Orbia. Don't eat our food. She wicked, eh? Exactly. So, yeah. If you were found out for practicing something, you could be isolated, ostracized from your community, all those kind of things, just for practicing your culture. Weird? Definitely. Okay. Now, the loss, okay? The loss of culture identity it hit hard, okay? The impact on community and resistance. This is what broke the resistance, okay? Hoodoo and voodoo are deeply rooted in African tradition and provide a direct link to ancestral heritage, okay? Let me repeat this. Hoodoo and voodoo are deeply rooted in African, not African American, not African Brazilian, just plain old African traditions, okay? Because people from West Africa, people from all over Africa that came here during the trade, they brought their culture here onto this soil, spread it, and it formed hoodoo and voodoo, okay? But they were practicing some type of voodoo, I think, over there anyway. Okay, they were practicing their own form of hoodoo voodoo over there, but it wasn't called hoodoo voodoo, okay? And what they brought over here, their knowledge and everything and their traditions, it's interwoven into America's soil today. And that is our link. Okay? That big tree. I want you to think of hoodoo and voodoo as a tree, y'all. A big, big, majestic tree that almost goes to the sky. I want you to imagine this tree as so huge. I mean, it's almost the tree of life. And I want you to think of the roots, the very roots is Africa. The very roots is Africa. African slaves. African slaves are in the very roots. And other people, like I think the people from Brazil, people from Jamaica, the people from the Caribbean, everybody who came here to America is in those roots. They are the foundation. They are the foundation. And from that foundation, you have hoodoo, voodoo, you have America. Okay? And then as you go further up, it spreads out. Okay? And hoodoo is practicing, Brazil. Hoodoo is practicing, in the islands. Hoodoo is practiced on American soil. Voodoo is practiced all worldwide, everywhere. Those are the branches, those are the leaves, everything. But we are all on one effing tree. Okay? We are all on one tree. We all been suppressed. We all been oppressed. We all been kicked down. We all been abused. We all are trying to survive and thrive and carve out our place. Okay? No matter how much you want to kick away from it, it is deeply rooted in African traditions because that's where it came from. They brought it over here. So people from West Africa, people from Africa that want to practice hoodoo, voodoo, I mean, I'm not even going there. That's not the point for the day. But let's keep going. Hoodoo and voodoo are deeply rooted in African traditions and provide a direct link to ancestral heritage. Turning away from these practices can lead to a sense of cultural disconnection, which undermines the community's collective identity and continuity. These spiritual practices offer powerful tools for coping with trauma, stress, and adversity. They provide rituals, symbols, and a sense of empowerment that can be crucial for, psychological and emotional resistance. Without these tools, the community might lose a vital source of spiritual strength. Community cohesion. Hoodoo and voodoo practices often involve communal practices and participation and the sharing of spiritual knowledge. They foster a sense of solidarity and mutual support. Moving away from these practices can lead to fragmentation and weakening of communal bonds. Historically, these practices were used as a form of resistance against slavery and oppression. They offer ways to secretly organize, communicate, and protect oneself. Abandoning these traditions may diminish the cultural mechanisms that historically supported resistance and empowerment. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in hoodoo, voodoo, and other spiritual practices among African Americans. This revival is a part of a broader movement to reclaim and celebrate African heritage. Modern practitioners find that reconnecting with these traditions provide a profound spiritual healing and a renewed sense of empowerment. This is particularly relevant in addressing the intergenerational trauma experienced by the Black community. The revival of these practices fosters a sense of community and solidarity. Share rituals and communal gatherings strengthen social bonds and create spaces for collective healing and support. Embracing hoodoo and voodoo as valuable cultural assets promote a sense of pride in African heritage. It counters the historical narrative that these practices are inferior or illegitimate. While turning away from hoodoo and voodoo has had some weakening effect on the Black community's ability to maintain cultural cohesion and resist oppression. The modern revival of these practices is helping to restore a sense of identity, community, spiritual strength. Reconnecting with these traditions offers valuable tools for healing, empowerment, and resilience in the face of ongoing challenges. Yeah. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Y'all tell me what y'all think and comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts, okay? Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe, comment below, tell me your thoughts, chime on in, and hey, damn, we need to do a live soon so we can all talk, okay? All right, y'all. I'll be back. Bye.